welcome to another episode of The Wave. My name is Adam.
My name's Nick. It's the weekly news and chat show from the world famous Bottom of the Stream podcast. We're here, back for another week.
We are indeed, of news and stuff and things to talk about Netflix.
Damn right.
That's what we do. One day, 4 years we've been doing this, one day we'll know what we're talking about at the beginning of an episode.
Never. I refuse. It's against our ethos.
Basically, we just
have one.
Come on here and talk crap about Netflix for an hour. And then on a Thursday, we talk crap about a Netflix film for an hour.
Are you surprised in terms of, like, there's never not any news?
No, there's always news.
And I know we spread the umbrella a bit further to other streaming
Yeah.
and also movie news that we all find interesting. But
there's always something to do with Netflix.
Yeah.
Always. They're always up to something, aren't they?
Yeah. So
Good.
many irons in the fire.
Yeah.
Although I haven't said that.
Yeah, it is a slow news week.
Given, well, no, there's still plenty of news, but I would say you probably have to search a little bit deeper this week.
Deeper?
Because I think there's a lot of factors. It's summer and there's a couple of strikes going on, which are quite important. And
Very important.
I kind of feel like, maybe people have shot their news bolt.
You.
But there's still plenty to talk about.
Good.
Don't you fret.
We will get to it. How have you been, Nick? What have you been up to?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
I mean, summer's done, so...
It's not. It's going to be warm next week.
No, I know. I
Get an
know.
Iberian plume,
Oh!
according to the weatherman.
That sounds like a sort of something that would really excite Bill Oddie.
It does, doesn't it?
A flock of Iberian plumes.
Just
sitting
one,
in a
apparently.
tree.
That's what the weatherman said it was called.
Amazing.
So that's what we're taking next week.
This
week.
I will have it.
It's come a week early. I'm going on holiday the week after.
God damn it.
It's typical, isn't
Send it back.
I need another Iberian plume the week after.
Send it back. Yeah. Well, maybe they'll double up. Yeah, not bad. I mean, yeah, I do say summer's over. Kids are back at school.
Yes, true.
So there's that. That's done. About time. Getting under their feet, under my feet, and all that sort of stuff. So that's good. And we had a good time last weekend.
We did.
We did a road trip.
Day out together. It was lovely.
Yeah. You, me, and friend of the show, Wayno.
We did.
We went out to London.
Yeah.
You're always in London.
I do spend a lot of time in London. I don't know why.
And I suppose primarily we went to watch AEW All In, which was a wrestling show at Wembley Stadium.
Not only a wrestling show at Wembley Stadium, the biggest show in the history of the UK.
Yeah.
No wrestling show's ever been bigger.
And it was fun.
It was really good fun. 81,000 people in Wembley Stadium.
Yeah, crazy.
It stunk.
Yeah, it did.
There's never been so many black t-shirts in Wembley Stadium,
God.
that's for sure.
No.
But it was a great day. It was a really good day. Really well done for them for doing it, because I never thought they'd pull it off, but they did.
And yeah, it was fun. But is it wrong that possibly the most fun was playing smart darts?
Yes, that was a lot of fun.
In a darts bar, which we found.
In Camden.
Yeah.
It was great.
And just like, a proper dartboard, but mashed up with like computer games.
Yeah.
Basically.
It was like smart dartboard.
Yeah.
I've got a confession.
Yeah. Have you done it? Have you bought one?
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's coming tomorrow.
Brilliant. Right, podcast's over.
I wasn't going to tell you. I was just going to send you a picture tomorrow, but now you brought it up.
Oh, you're absolute legend.
I couldn't resist. When we Googled it, I was expecting it to be like $2,000.
Yeah,
and
me
they're
too.
not. They're like a tenth of that. It was fine. So I was like, fuck it.
Yeah.
You're only young once, aren't you?
Damn right.
And that's gone. So now I'm old. I can
Yeah, that's it. Podcast's over. I'm just coming around to play smart darts every week.
maybe just come an hour earlier and we'll still do the podcast.
Maybe.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I took the plunge earlier today.
Oh, you're an absolute legend. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, it was a really good bar. There was like, because there's loads of different games you can play. It adds it all up for you.
Yeah.
It's good fun. I'd recommend it. I can't remember what the place was called. It's in Camden.
I think it was 180 Club.
180 Club. There's a few about, but yeah, I'd recommend it if you're ever in Camden area.
It was also strong on the emo playlist. So
the playlist was amazing.
It was giving me Good throwback vibes.
Really was a really
my
good
younger
playlist.
years.
Yeah. So overall, it was a good day.
Yeah, it was a really good day. Good day.
Tiring day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. It was good fun.
Yeah. So yeah, that was definitely the most exciting thing of the week. Yeah.
Cool. What film did we do last week?
Last week's show, we talked about Still Time.
Still Time. Alex's wild card.
Which was a wildcard choice by our Patreon, Alex. And I think we put it 6th.
6th. He is not happy, to say the least.
Have we had some feedback from Alex? What did he think of the movie?
It's number 1 in his stream table.
Okay.
I said that's a bit biased.
Absolutely biased.
Yeah, because it's not. But no, he says he's happy with his choice.
Look, I'm really glad we watched it. Overall, I liked it.
Yeah.
I loved I said it in the show.
Yeah.
The last half an hour, I thought was fantastic.
Yeah, it's just let down by its first hour. Yeah.
It needed to be grim all the way through.
It did. It was too jolly.
Yeah, that first hour. Less rom-com.
Yeah.
More,
Less calm, more
Yeah.
dram.
Yeah.
That's what we needed. Cool.
But yeah,
So, yeah.
I'm glad we watched it. I
Me
would
too.
still say it was a solid
It's a
choice.
happy addition into the stream table.
A solid choice.
Indeed.
And if you come back here on Thursday, we will be watching a horror movie.
A Norwegian
We're
horror
going back
movie.
to our roots with a horror movie.
Yeah, I guess so. The first one we ever did was a horror movie, so I guess that's our roots.
Cadaver.
Cadaver.
That's what it's called.
Norwegian horror movie. Don't know why it's called Cadaver.
Really?
No.
Okay, fine. we'll tackle that one
We'll
on
tackle
Thursday.
that on Thursday. It's going to be an interesting episode, I think, on Thursday.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
I reckon I've gotten pretty nailed down what you'll think of it.
Really?
Yeah.
I've got no idea what you're going to think of it, so I'm interested. I'm intrigued. So yeah, come back on Thursday. The same feed will give you the movie show, and we'll talk about Cadaver for an hour and a bit.
We sure will.
All right, shall we move on? I've got a question for you.
Oh, brilliant.
I've actually come across 2 this week, but I'm going to save one for next week. I
Okay, fine.
think. Right, I've invented a time machine.
Oh, well done.
Thanks. It only works in this room,
Fine.
and it only works for 10 minutes.
Okay.
So I'm going to send you forward in time to the year 2030.
Okay.
You have 10 minutes, and you may do one Google search.
Okay.
What are you searching?
I mean, I'll tell you where my brain goes immediately. Is like lottery numbers.
Yes.
Because it's the old sports almanac approach from
Exactly.
Back to the Future.
Super
isn't
Bowl
it?
winners, World Cup
Yeah,
winners,
whatever you want.
anything like that.
Um,
But do you waste it? Is that a waste? You could literally find out absolutely anything in the world.
yeah. But and then I'm back to where I was.
10 minutes later, you're back.
But
here.
I don't want to live with the knowledge that a close person close to me might have done. I'm not going to Google everyone.
No, you
and
can't. No.
What else would you do?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
That's where my brain's going. I'm getting some sport
Gonna
in.
go and make some money.
Yeah,
Try and make some
possibly.
money off it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much everybody's answer to that question.
Do I just arrive in this same room?
Same room,
And
you
I've
get
just
10
still
minutes.
got a phone that works.
Yeah.
So I'm not even going to make it back to my house probably
No.
to jump out at myself.
No, you've got 10 minutes to do one Google search. That's all you're allowed
Right,
to do when you
okay.
get there.
Okay.
So you don't affect anything time or space wise.
I can only do one Google search.
One Google search.
Is it a waste to Google if SPF 18s found the audience it deserves?
Is the podcast still going? Does anybody listen to it? What season will we be on in 2030? Phew, a lot.
It's about 14 more seasons than now. So
Shit.
and what are we on now? Season 9.
9, so 23.
Yeah, it's not.
Good maths. I see that. It was quick maths for me.
Yeah, I think I'm going to sports almanac route.
Yeah.
And then it's
So
up
what's
to
the
me
best
if I
thing to
choose
Google? What?
What if you're going to lump on?
You got to go lottery numbers.
You could go lottery numbers, or do you, like you say, you go? So I'm 10 years in the future, say
It's 2030. So you're 7 years.
7 years in the future. So I can take a screenshot of the next 7 Super Bowl winners.
Yeah.
And every year you're lumping everything on.
Yeah.
And you'd be all right, then, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I guess so.
Probably.
Or you could just find the biggest lottery win in the last 7 years,
Yeah.
and get those numbers.
Yeah. Yeah. I know it's the cheap. I know it's the easy answer.
It's
but
the easy answer, and it's also, is it morally wrong?
Oh yes, yeah, it is. Yeah, 100%. What would you do?
I don't think you do that, don't you? I don't think if you've only got the one search, you've got to take advantage of it, because you could go in and find out what movies have done well, who's died, that sort of thing. But you're not getting anything out of that. I think you've picked the correct answer.
What are you? What is it adding to your life if you find out that, I don't know, Tom Cruise was abducted by aliens, or
no, probably not.
Ascended via Scientology in
do
3
aliens
years'
exist?
time?
We might know that by now. Are we on the moon yet? We might know that by now.
India is.
Yeah, but are we populating it yet?
In 7 years?
Soon? Is that too soon?
I feel that we would have to make some significant leaps forward.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's what I'm going with.
Good answer.
Yeah.
I think you're
I
right.
like the question, though.
Thank you.
Yeah. Nice.
Good. Right. Netflix news.
Sure, we can do that.
Okay. What we're here for.
But we will start not with Netflix news.
Okay.
We
Interesting.
will start with some Disney news.
Heading over to the Mouse House.
I don't know if you have seen this in the news this week.
I haven't seen this.
But Disney Plus have announced they have cancelled 2 TV shows.
Right.
You might think nothing so
Nothing
unusual
unusual
there
there.
happens. The twist is, neither of these TV shows have yet been released.
Right.
I just let that sink in with a dramatic silence.
Okay.
This aligns with Disney's cost-cutting exercise, which has led them in recent months to remove certain TV shows from Disney Plus and basically sell them elsewhere.
Okay.
Willow being one of them, the Jeff Goldblum National Geographic stuff, World According to Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
Well, they've announced this week that they have cancelled the Spiderwick Chronicles.
All right.
And Nautilus, which is basically the Captain Nemo origin story.
Nice.
That one in particular was a pretty big budget production.
So are these shows made?
Yeah.
Filmed?
Yeah.
Finished?
Yeah.
But Disney now decided they're not showing them.
Correct.
So
they are
the money's-
going to sell them.
Okay. I'll say the
And
money's
they will-
already been spent.
They will go somewhere else. But apparently there's a load of tax write-offs for not showing them,
Okay.
basically. So, they are up for auction.
So anybody
In
can get
essence, they're up for sale. The Spiderwick Chronicles is 6 episodes.
them. Okay.
Previously, it was a movie, I think.
Yeah, it was.
Franchise that tried to get off the ground and maybe only did a single movie. Currently being shopped to other networks. A live-action series was first announced back in 2021. Follows the Grace family as they move into their ancestral home, the Spiderwick estate, and discover a world of creatures and fairies. The cast includes Christian Slater, Jack Dylan Grazer, Leon Daniels, and Noah Cottrell. First 2 episodes directed by Kat Poirot, who was behind She-Hulk recently.
She does not have much luck with TV shows.
On the same network. Nautilus, starring Shazid Latif, 10-episode series. Also stars Richard E. Grant.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, both cancelled as part of Disney's cost-cutting reduction strategy that involves cutting $3 billion worth of non-sports content.
Non-sports content?
Yeah.
How much sports content do they do?
They own like ESPN, don't they?
Oh, do they? Okay. Somebody will pick them both up.
They'll turn up somewhere.
Probably Amazon. But yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about those shows. They've got big names in. They're already made. It's a shoe-in for somebody.
Yeah, sitting on the shelf waiting for someone to pick them up.
Yeah, somebody will pick them up. Next.
You know
Oh, this link doesn't work.
that we love a documentary.
We do.
And, I mean, I kind of find it funny that the link doesn't work to this news story.
Can you remember it?
Yeah, I can. That's no problem. Because this is one of the few occasions where we've actually used Netflix's actual website for a bit of news.
Well, they've either decided this isn't news anymore, or you copied and pasted. Maybe and pasted the link wrong.
Maybe it's been cancelled.
Maybe already.
Basically, Netflix have announced what they have called, this is a completely made up word. I suppose all words are, but this one's new to me. A docufollow.
A docufollow?
Yeah.
Which is what?
It's a reality show / documentary.
Okay.
And it follows the construction of, by Geffen Records, of a K-pop inspired girl group.
Okay. And it's genuine, it's real?
Yes.
So it's a fly on the wall documentary?
Basically, of the whole audition process and then them being chosen and being launched and getting out.
Okay.
And they've announced a cast of, I think it's 20 or 25 individuals who will be whittled down to the final pop group. The contestants, if you want to call them that, are from all over the world. Nice. And it's going to land on Netflix next year.
Okay.
K-pop's everywhere, isn't it?
Yeah, everybody loves a bit of K-pop.
So it's basically, the America's first go at creating a K-pop style band. factory band, I guess.
Why?
And why would you want to watch a documentary? Look,
not
for me to judge.
Absolutely. Let's move on.
Something that
good memory though.
Thanks.
Remembering that whole article.
Something that may be more up your street is the release this week of a trailer for a new Netflix series called Bodies.
Bodies? That does sound up.
Starring our friend Stephen Graham.
Our friend Stephen
One of
Graham.
the hardest working actors.
Yeah, he's in everything.
Anywhere.
He's in everything.
He will star in Bodies, which I think, when I reveal to you the synopsis, will pique your interest.
Okay.
For 'tis a timey-wimey thing.
Oh, we love timey-wimey on this show.
And the synopsis being basically that a body is found in 1890.
Okay.
The same body is then found in the same place in 1941.
Oh.
And then in 2023 and again in 2053 by 4 different detectives. The same crime has somehow
to the same person
raveled through time. The same body is found, so the synopsis says.
That sounds intriguing.
Yeah.
I am very much intrigued by that. That sounds good.
Stephen Graham plays the political leader who is hiding some things, I think is best described from the trailer.
Okay.
He's in the 2053 time period.
Interesting. That does sound really good.
It's based on a graphic novel by Cy Spencer, which was first published in 2014. Showrunner is Paul Tomalin, who was behind No Offence on Channel 4, if you ever watched that. It was like a police...
Don't think I did.
Like a northern police procedural drama.
I don't watch police procedurals, but good for him.
Yeah. You can find it next month on Netflix.
Cool. I will keep my eye out for that. That sounds really good.
Bodies. Yeah, check the trailer out.
I always think I don't like Stephen Graham, and then every time I see him in something, he's brilliant.
I know what you mean.
But I always think, his name puts me off things, but he's always great.
He is always good. And I do rate him. I think he's a brilliant actor. But I kind of know what you mean. I don't know, because he seems so ubiquitous.
Yeah.
I'm almost like, you again.
Yeah.
I just, like, give some other people some jobs. No, I don't begrudge it. Like I say, he's a good actor, but
he's
everywhere. He is everywhere.
He stole Ray Winston's life, didn't he? Ray Winston used to be that. Stephen Graham's now stolen.
If the choice is, I'm taking Stephen Graham every time.
100%. But my point was that it used to be Ray Winston that did all that sort of British gangstery stuff, but now it's Stephen Graham. We'll keep our eye on Bodies. If we have any more information, we will bring it to you first.
Sure.
Second, because we always take it from somebody else's website. Next.
News this week. That some actors have been out and about.
I've saw some actors out and about. I especially saw this news story.
And you may ask, well, they're on strike. How is this occurring?
Yes.
Well, I can tell you if you would like to know.
I would like to know. I do know, but I would also like to know.
Adam Driver was basically the go-to spokesperson on this one, because he took the stage at the Venice Film Festival this week.
Which is this week.
To promote Ferrari, which is the new film he is starring in, directed by Michael Mann.
Yep.
And he revealed that prior to the festival, the Screen Actors Guild had agreed to grant interim agreements to certain productions so that they could promote their films.
Independent film studios, usually.
Basically, yeah. Driver announced after the screening of the movie that, and I quote, "I'm very proud to be here, to be a visual representation of a movie that is not part of the AMPTP, which is the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers. We are here to promote the SAG Leadership Directive, which is an effective tactic, which is what our interim agreement is. Our other objective is to say, why is it that a smaller distribution company like Neon and STX International can meet the demands of what SAG is asking for? Essentially, this is just pre-negotiations. This is our dream version of our wish list, but why can't companies like Netflix and Amazon bring this to the table?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a fair point. If the smaller studios can do it, why are the big studios not following on?
Driver continued, "It makes it more obvious that there are certain people willing to support us and those that collaborate together, and others are not."
Yeah, that's fair. That's him just saying, please go and watch this movie.
Yeah. He's worked quite a bit with Netflix.
Yeah, he
as
has
well.
done a lot. It's the big name to be
Driver.
coming out against Netflix because they do.
Oh, it's not
a lot.
specifically Netflix,
No, but
yeah,
you know what I mean.
they are
He's-
included in that.
He's what I
group
would
of
consider a
studios.
Netflix guy.
So yeah, you've got obviously, as you say, it's the Venice Film Festival. You've got the BFI London Film Festival. You've got Toronto coming up as well. So I would expect we will see similar at all of those for certain movies.
You can see a lot of Ferrari.
Yeah.
That's the only one anybody's going to push, so people will push it.
So yeah, any movies that are from sort of independent studios, we can expect to see people pop up on the red carpet, I think.
Go and watch your independent cinema, people.
Awesome.
Next.
Talking earlier of trailers that have come out this week, you can go and find a trailer for David Fincher's new Netflix movie. Of course, he worked with Netflix year before last on Mank.
Yes, he did.
Oscar nominated.
Yeah.
His next movie for Netflix is The Killer.
The Killer.
Which, again, based on a series of graphic novels. Stars Michael Fassbender. Yeah, I know.
Where's he come back from?
The synopsis says, Fassbender stars as an unnamed killer who finds his life unravelling after a near miss, battling both his employers and his own psyche. I mean, I've watched the trailer, and it's a good trailer.
Okay.
And I like Fincher's stuff. Fassbender's a downer for me.
Yeah, I agree.
I've got to say.
I'm with you. He's in two of the worst films I've ever seen. I've said this many times, and I've never really forgiven him for them.
Yeah. But maybe.
It's Fincher, isn't it? I mean, you can't not watch it.
Yeah. Netflix film chief, Scott Stuber, he's not on strike because he's been talking to Variety. He said The Killer is a really provocative and interesting movie. David Fincher is so good in the detail of method and watching things unfold. It's a big, fun movie in the hands of one of the world's best filmmakers.
I mean, Fincher's name sells a movie on its own.
Fassbender's not done a movie for 4 years. Sorry to cut across you. I did not realise that.
I did not realise that.
Yeah. The last X-Men film was the last movie you did.
And that wasn't very good either. Okay, interesting.
Sorry, carry on.
No, I've forgotten what I was going to say.
Fincher, you said Fincher.
I was probably just going to praise Fincher a little bit more. Let's move on. No, I've not seen that trailer. I will check that trailer out. And
it's dark,
see
it's
if I'm looking
moody,
forward to
it
it.
looks stylish.
Do we know when it's coming? Did we say that?
It's a limited cinematic release in October and Netflix in mid-November.
Okay, cool. Exciting. Let's watch it.
Okie doke.
Next.
It's not all about cancellations.
No.
Because Netflix has confirmed The Lincoln Lawyer is returning for more lawyering out the back of his car. Season 3 has been renewed.
Excellent. Good news for the Lincoln lawyer people.
So I've still not got to season 2, but I did enjoy season 1.
Okay, I haven't got to any of it yet, so I don't know if I enjoyed any of it.
I do. I got a lot of time for old Manuel Garcia Rufo. I think he's got a lot of charisma.
Agreed. He's been on this show, hasn't he?
Yes, he was in Sweet Girl this season.
This season, yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
Excellent.
It's 10 more episodes. Yeah, 3rd season.
Again, it could come 2 or 3 years down the line, but who knows?
Yeah, quite.
It'll come at some point, but it's coming.
I think there's about 25 books of that. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Just keep going forever then.
Yeah.
Next.
Another trailer that's dropped this week. And if you only can watch one trailer out of the 3 or 4 we've talked about this week, personally, I would say check the fuck out of this one.
Oh, really? Okay.
So this is the trailer for James Samuel's new movie. Now, James Samuel was the guy behind one of my favourite movies, either last year or the year before, whenever it arrived, which was The Harder They Fall, which was the sort of hip-hop western on Netflix. I thought it was a great movie.
Yeah, I agree. Really
his follow-up, which we have mentioned on this show before, is his take on the biblical story.
Oh, okay.
The Book of Clarence. Which is essentially about a nobody of a guy who starts performing miracles.
Oh, interesting.
Or does he?
Right. Sounds familiar.
I can't wait for this movie to boil people's piss.
Yeah.
Because...
that'd be fun.
Let's just say it.
Go on.
This, same as The Harder They Fall, this is a primarily... African-American cast.
Yep.
Awesome. Fantastic. And you are going to get so many white Christians of a certain age saying that this shit should not stand.
Yeah, there'll be protests. There'll be all sorts.
It's just going to be ridiculous.
Bring it on.
Honestly, watch the trailer. It looks incredible.
I will definitely watch that trailer.
It looks incredible.
I hadn't heard anything about that, so that's quite exciting.
You've not got too long to wait. Now, interestingly, this is a full-on cinematic release, so this is not in partnership with Netflix or any streamer.
Okay.
So it is currently scheduled for 19th of January. The cast is something else as well. You've got Lakeith Stanfield, David Oluwayo, Omar Sy.
Oh, nice.
Lupin himself, Alfred Woodward, Marianne Jean-Baptiste, James McAvoy, and Benedict Cumberbatch.
Oh, your favourite.
Rounding it out. Yeah. Can't wait for that one.
No, that sounds fun. I will check that trailer out as soon as we finish recording. Next.
One of the reasons you can tell it's been a slow week.
Not allowed on this one.
Is the fact that one of the news stories comes chiefly from the mouth of the cinematographer on Beetlejuice 2. So,
okay.
Who has randomly been talking about some of the work they've done so far on the movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I can't wait for that.
And there's quite a few details, actually. The person we were talking about is cinematographer Haris Zambolokis. These are never easy names, are they?
No, are they? I think they do it to us on purpose.
Yeah, he's been talking to The Wrap.
Okay.
And he says, at the heart of Beetlejuice 2 is a story about a family. Now it's 30 years later. We want to see what are the intricacies and the human conditions in keeping a family together all that time, whilst it's set in the craziest world possible. That's why I choose projects, for the human connection. It's always at the forefront. Now,
interesting.
A few photos. I don't want to go too spoiler heavy.
No,
but I think there's a bit of info here that we've not been aware of before.
Okay.
Willem Dafoe is on the
really?
The cast of this.
Okay.
He's going to play an undead lawman.
Nice.
Basically policing the afterlife.
Cool. I'm up for that.
Yeah, that feels like a good fit.
That feels right. Yeah.
Justin Theroux has also joined the cast in an undisclosed role. I think we already knew this, but Jenna Ortega is in the cast as Lydia's daughter.
Yeah.
And we will find in the movie, apparently, that Beetlejuice has found love and is married.
Oh, okay.
To a character played by Monica Bellucci. So, yeah, quite the cast building for this.
Yeah. Handled right.
Whenever it turns up.
Yeah, exactly. But handled right, that could be massive.
Yeah.
Exciting. I can't wait.
Yeah. Look, it's either going to be great or we can never speak of it again once we've seen it.
I'm not allowed on that one either. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah. I don't see a world where I don't like that movie.
Surely Tim Burton has got to bring it home for once, hasn't he? He's due.
Wednesday was all right.
He didn't do Wednesday.
He doesn't do anything. He just puts his name to stuff.
He directed the first episode.
Well, the first episode's the best episode.
Okay, last piece of news.
Go on.
And talking of like, what would you do if you could go back in time for 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Maybe some people at Sony might go and reverse a decision that they made back in the late 90s, early 2000s, because it's been revealed this week that back in that time period when Marvel Comics was in disarray, facing bankruptcy, desperate for money, they were shopping around movie rights to their characters, and they were talking to Sony because Sony really wanted to make a Spider-Man movie.
Yeah,
and those movies turned out to be the Tobey Maguire movies.
Yeah, they were good movies.
Yeah, sure. And Sony paid $10 million for the rights to Spider-Man.
Wow, that seems cheap.
It does, doesn't it?
It does these days.
But interestingly, they were offered the entire Marvel catalogue.
What is? Go on.
How much do you think they were offered that for?
If they got a Spider-Man for 10, 100 mil?
25 million.
No.
And they said, we're not interested. We only want Spider-Man. We don't think there's any money in the rest of them.
Gee, that's awkward, isn't it? Wow.
Yeah.
To be fair, in the hands of Sony, there probably wouldn't have been.
Maybe. But
wow.
Obviously...
How the world would have been a different place.
So then, obviously, the X-Men then went to Fox.
Yeah.
Everything else became
Iron Man and
became
the rest is
the
history.
MCU, and then Disney's brought it back all together. I mean, just as a reminder to give you context, Disney paid £4 billion. Wow. For the MCU.
Wow. Somebody at Sony made a mistake. How the world would have been a different place if they'd have made that different decision.
Yeah, this all comes from an interview that a former Sony junior business executive, Yair Landau, did with Bleeding Cool. He said, Marvel had just emerged out of bankruptcy. They had no cash, and they knew we had a sliver of the rights. They also knew we were very interested in making Marvel movies. So they came to us. We negotiated a deal for 25 Marvel movies for $25 million.
Wow.
Every single character that they controlled was on the table as part of that deal. So they could basically go, right,
do what you want.
Taking that one. That's what we want to do a movie on. But the collective Sony team decided they didn't care about the other Marvel properties and they didn't want to invest in them. I was told nobody gives a shit about anybody but Spider-Man. I thought they were idiots. But I got my marching orders to go back and just get Spider-Man. I mean, it's very easy to say I was right.
Yeah, I was right. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, talk about a sort of sliding doors type.
That really is for the entire industry. That's a sliding door moment.
But I mean, they do such a good job with Venom and the ones they've still got.
No,
and
no, they don't.
What else have they done? What was the vampire one? Morbius.
Yeah, that went well.
Yeah.
Not cool.
Yeah, that's like not signing the Beatles level shit.
Yeah, it really is,
isn't it?
Yeah, probably worse. Is that all the news?
That's all the news.
Have you watched anything good at the top of the stream?
I've watched a few things, but it's been a bit of a random week.
Yeah, it has been a random week. This week. It's been a bank holiday as well. We were away all weekend.
Yeah. I've mostly just watched boring sports stuff.
Okay.
Like, I've started watching Hard Knocks.
Oh, right. Interesting.
On whatever that's on, which is like the NFL behind the scenes.
Yeah. NFL season's coming up, isn't it?
Yeah.
Got to get ready.
Which I've really enjoyed because I've watched 3 episodes, I think, and it's about the New York Jets, and they've got Aaron Rodgers, and he's weird.
He's a strange man.
Weird man.
He's a strange boy.
But it's a good show. I've enjoyed that. And I think that's about it. I've got to be honest. My our main TV has mostly been hogged by my wife binging Gossip Girl.
Okay.
But I think she's finished now.
Right.
Which I've not. That's not my bag.
Not interested.
No.
How
about you?
I also haven't watched a lot this week. I haven't seen any more of The Chosen One, which I started watching last week. I haven't watched any more of that. I just haven't had a chance. What I have watched a few episodes of is New Zealand Taskmaster.
Oh, nice.
So it's just appeared on all 4. There's 3 seasons. So I started at the start, watched the first season. It's good. It's very, very similar.
Okay.
The set's exactly the same.
Okay.
The jokes are the same. The theme tune's the same. But it's always Taskmaster just is always good. It does, as long as you've got decent contestants, it's fine, isn't it? And I don't know any of these people. I don't know the host. I don't know the assistant. I don't know any of the contestants. But they're all very entertaining people, and I'm really enjoying it.
Good.
There's a nice little twist in the first series, and the guy who plays the Taskmaster's assistant, the Alex Horn role, his brother is one of the contestants.
Oh, that's nice.
So I presume they're both famous comedians in New Zealand. So that's interesting dynamic, how that's working. He's a crazy person. There's one woman who's just like a manic. Do you remember how Joe Thomas played it, where it was just like really down and depressed? She's playing it like that. It's just really good fun. I'm really enjoying it. It's just great. Honestly, check out New Zealand Taskmaster.
I think Taskmaster is the perfect show to... I mean, by all means, sit down, full attention. It's brilliant. But also, it's just a great...
Do put it on in the background while you're doing something else.
Yeah,
that's exactly what I've been doing.
Low impact, sort of less intense. It's just... Alex Horn deserves all the credit in the world for getting that up and running. And now look, he's got his own industry.
Juggernaut, I think there's loads of different series of Taskmaster now. But it's on all 4 in the UK. I don't know if you could find it anywhere else. You could probably definitely find it in New Zealand. But check it out. It's fun. I've only seen the first 4 episodes.
There is a Taskmaster streaming service.
There is, where you can get them all.
Yeah. So your hub for Taskmaster. Although it doesn't have all of the English.
No, it doesn't, because they're all on Netflix.
Seasons on it.
I went to cinema as well this week.
Nice.
It was an unlimited screening of a film that comes out today, I believe. Cobweb.
Okay.
It's a new horror movie.
Is there a question mark there, or are
no?
You just
I was just wondering if you'd heard.
No, I have not heard of Cobweb.
It's a new horror movie. You probably never will hear of it. It's not going to do very well. It's not very good.
Is it about spiders?
No.
Oh. I was looking up to see if that spider from last week was still here.
It is not still here. It had gone by the time we came back the next day. No, it's not about spiders. It's about a kid who can hear noises in the wall of his house, and nobody believes that the noises are there.
Okay.
And then craziness ensues, and it's just another generic horror movie. Okay. They're all the same at the minute. There's Smile came out.
Yes.
And that was a generic horror movie with a stupid ending.
Bit of a gimmick.
Bit of a gimmick, and then you get the monster reveal at the end. The Boogeyman came out, bit of a gimmick, you get the monster reveal at the end, and now Cobweb's done the same thing. They're just cookie cutter horror movies, and they're all the same. If you've seen one, you've seen them all.
Okay, it's an absolute rave review.
It was awful. It was not entertaining in the slightest. It's got Anthony Starr in it.
Oh right, yeah.
He's genuine. Why can't I say generally? Generally great. He's always great. Not so much. Just dialing it in. It's just a rubbish horror movie. Don't go. Well, that was horror movie. Don't go and watch Cobweb when it comes out. It's rubbish. I think that's everything I've been watching this week.
Okay, that's fine.
I think if I come up with anything else, I will let you know. It's the start of a month. We haven't done this for a while. Shall we go through what's coming to Netflix UK in September?
Let's do it. There's a couple of big hitters in there. I know that.
Yep. And some not so. We'll get there.
It's the perfect Netflix mix.
So today is September the 1st, as of day of recording. Disenchantment Part 5 has come out.
Yeah, the final part of Disenchantment, if anyone's still with it.
It is there now. Stop me if you spot anything else. Jackass number 2, the unrated version.
Oh, lovely.
That's on there now.
Love is Blind season 4.
Yeah.
Or part 2 of season 4 or something like that.
Yeah, I think there's another part of it further down the list. So maybe there's more of it coming. Edge of Tomorrow is coming on September the 5th.
Yeah, I mean that was talked about a lot in our Discord the other week.
Yeah, and the time traveling movie, isn't it?
Get your Godzilla fix on Netflix UK this month.
Godzilla and Godzilla vs Kong coming on September the 5th. But I enjoyed both of those. Yeah. I thought they were great fun. Scouts Honor: The Secret Files of the Boy Scouts of America is a Netflix original documentary.
I mean, sounds problematic.
It does, doesn't it? I wonder what that's going to be
about. This is Top Boy season 3.
Yes.
Final season of that. Virgin River season 5 part 1.
That's coming as well.
My wife will be very happy about that.
That's September the 7th. That's coming.
Oh, yeah, indeed.
Wrestlers season 1. That's the documentary that we talked about the other week.
Yeah.
With Else Knows
September the 13th.
That's my mum's birthday.
Oh, congratulations.
A cartoon starring Barbie. I feel like that might have been rushed through.
She's very in, isn't she?
Barbie: A Touch of Magic. That's coming on September the 14th. Love at First Sight.
Yep.
Again.
Oh, season 7 of Inside the World's Toughest Prisons. I like that show.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Okay. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, season 16. It's coming on September the 16th.
Nice.
I've never watched it. It's Always Sunny. I hear lots of good things about it.
I really want to. So my take on it is this. So I really want to. And I've watched about the first half dozen. And I'm just like, I know I'll like this. But you know when you've just got to churn.
It's intimidating, isn't it?
You've got to churn through the first season or two because you'd think, I know. I've watched loads of sitcoms before like this where it's like, they don't always start the best, but they'll end up being one of your favourite programmes.
But there's also, it's intimidating when there's that much of something to go through as well. 16 seasons. So, I don't know if I'll ever get to it. Judas and the Black Messiah. That's good. That's coming on September the 20th. That's Daniel Kaluuya's movie.
As is Wonder Woman 1984.
Not so good.
The worst Wonder Woman movie.
Evil Dead Rise. That's the new Evil Dead movie that hit the cinemas a few weeks ago.
Yep.
That's a Netflix original, apparently.
That's September 21st, which is the same day as the final season of Sex Education.
Yeah, this is the big one for September, I think, isn't it?
Yeah,
the big
100%.
release. I love Sex
Good
Education.
joke.
I'm going to miss that show. Did I make a joke?
Yeah.
What did I say?
You said it was a big release.
I didn't even mean to. Clifford the Big Red Dog. That's coming on September the 24th.
You've got a new Spy Kids movie as well.
Oh, yeah,
arriving.
Armageddon. That's on September the 22nd.
So there's a fair bit. Oh, amazing. So certain people I know will love this. I didn't know this was happening. So September the 26th, 4 seasons of the 90s.
Oh, I didn't know.
1990s cartoon Batman the Animated Series. I used to love watching that as a youngster.
Well, that feels like it's prime for a rewatch.
Yeah, definitely.
That's coming on the same day as Who Killed Jill Dando? The Netflix original documentary.
That's genuinely a name I haven't thought of for 20 years.
Since she got killed?
Pretty much, yeah.
I thought they found Who Killed Jill Dando.
I think they did,
stalker guy. He's in prison.
Yeah.
I'm sure he is.
Like some guy who loved Jill Dando and Freddie Mercury, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I remember that happening when she got killed. I was working in a hotel at the time.
Right.
And we've seen it on the news, so we all went into one of the rooms and watched it on the telly, what was going on. It was like a big deal.
September the 27th is The Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar. It's the Roald Dahl movie. There's only 40 minutes long by Wes Anderson.
We've talked about this on the show a few times, haven't we?
Yeah.
We revealed that he was making this movie, and then we revealed that it was going to be 40 minutes long and therefore not a movie. But I'm definitely going to watch that. That'd be great. September the 27th. And I think that's your lot.
I think that's a pretty good month.
I think it's a pretty good month. Is that a good way to describe it? Obviously, Sex Education is the big story there.
Sure.
Cool. Right, where are we doing? How are we doing for time? Not too bad. Should we do a real talk?
Let's do it.
What was this week's real talk, Nick?
Good question.
It was.
Excellent.
What is your favourite death scene?
Yeah.
Simple as that. So, real talk is every week we ask a question into our Discord and people answer it and we read them out on the show. It's basically what real talk has become.
It is. It's a chance to have a good old
debate.
Yes. Wayne was first up in the Discord. Easy. Boromir in Lord of the Rings. No one does death scenes as well as Sean Bean.
Great answer. And true.
Samuel Holland. Does it have to be a movie?
I did put movie on the graphic, but then...
You were in a good mood.
I would know. At this point, I was I can't think of one, but I've got a few TV ones. And then he asked that. So I said no. It doesn't have to be a movie to make it easier for myself.
Well, we'll return to his answer later.
Okay.
Ross Cook says, I've got two.
Surprise.
For him, very good.
Yeah.
Both from the same film involving the same character. That is the death of Marv in Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
When he turned around in the backseat of the car and shoot his head off. And also the death of Vincent Vega himself. Pulp Fiction.
Both of them come out of nowhere, don't
they? Bruce Willis in Armageddon. There's another shout from Wayne.
Did Bruce Willis die in Armageddon?
I don't know if I've seen Armageddon.
Really?
I don't know if I've seen Armageddon.
I have seen Armageddon.
All I think of is the Aerosmith music video. So Sam Holland did consider after your allowance of TV. And he's going for Sean Bean in Game of Thrones.
Nobody does like Sean Bean.
The first season is framed around him as the main character. At the time, I hadn't read the books. I had no idea what was about to happen, so his beheading set the tone for the rest of the show.
Agreed. I remember the first time I watched Game of Thrones, I missed that episode.
Oh, did you?
I was on holiday or something, and for some reason watched the next one and then had no clue what was going on. I remember missing the death of Sean Bean in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, why not bad?
Yeah, that's me.
Hans Gruber.
Yeah.
In Die Hard.
Good answer.
There's a nomination.
Great answer.
From Alex in the Discord.
Death in a Christmas film.
Chris from Time Shifters podcast nominates a death scene from Brennian Strange. the longest death scene ever, apparently.
Okay.
I really struggled. I mean, I threw in some
I really struggled
options.
With this one as well.
I think it's the best death scene, but I certainly think it's an iconic image, and that is in Terminator 2, the old thumbs up.
Yeah.
As the Terminator dissolves into the lava. I thought Quint in Jaws.
Good answer.
Getting gobbled up by that shark.
Well, that shark just goes on the boat, doesn't it?
Mufasa in The Lion King. Brutally murdered by his own brother.
That's a great answer.
But I think some may say randomly, I think I'm going for the death of Apollo Creed in Rocky 4.
Random, but good. I haven't seen Rocky 4. I don't even know if I've seen Rocky 4.
Dolph Lundgren just beats him to death.
Yeah.
And Rocky won't throw in the towel. Man, when I was younger, that's
a hard-hitting
tough
scene.
Watch.
It's a good answer.
I mean, there's numerous actual, proper heart-pullingly horrific deaths.
Yeah.
But
that's not what I've gone for.
Look at Marley and me. Yeah. When that dog goes. Ooh. Oh, my word.
That film was the whole reason that doesthedogdie.com is there.
Exactly.
That's why that website was made. Trigger warnings everywhere.
I'll go with Apollo Creed.
Good answer.
How about you?
I've got a few that I just want to mention. I don't think I've got one I'm going to specifically pick, but I'm just going to talk through a few. The first one that came to mind randomly was the death of Randy in Scream 2.
Okay.
Because you don't see that come in,
yeah.
And he's one of the main characters, and it just comes out of nowhere, and it's like, he's always been, in the Scream movies, he's the guy who talks you through them all.
Sure.
And then he falls for his own rules, basically. Johnny Depp's death in Nightmare on Elm Street, when he gets sucked into that bed.
Yeah.
Always stays with me. Just going off the top of my... The first time the reverse bear trap goes off in the Saw franchise is in the last Saw film, Saw 7, when Jigsaw's wife gets killed by it.
Okay.
That's the first person that ever gets killed by that trap, even though it's in the first Saw movie.
Yeah.
So that's a good one. If we're going TV, there's two that stand out for me in TV. One in Lost,
right.
One in Breaking Bad. So the Breaking Bad one is obviously Gustavo Fring's death.
Yes, great shout.
Killed by Walter White, half his face falls off.
Yeah.
And he just adjusts his time, falls to his death.
That's brilliant.
Possibly is the best death scene ever put to film. But you can't talk about death scenes without talking about Charlie's death in Lost.
Oh, right, okay.
I think, when he saves everybody and drowns. It's emotional. Makes me cry every time I see it.
I didn't know if you were going there when you were talking about Lost. I didn't know if you were going with
Jin and Sun.
No, I was thinking earlier on when, just for sheer shock value, when Michael shoots.
Oh God, yeah, of course.
Anna Lucia and Hurley's girlfriend,
Libby.
Yeah,
there's loads in Lost.
Yeah,
I literally every death in Lost hits you hard. Jin and Sun's drowning, Boone dying in that thing, Shannon dying. There's loads. But I think the most effective death in Lost is Charlie's. Because again, you don't.
He was a fan favourite, wasn't he?
He was the fan favourite, and if he hadn't have done that, that show would never have ended the way it did.
Hobbits can't swim.
Hobbits can't swim. Fact.
Yeah.
Good real talk.
It's well-known fact.
Right. I think we end this episode here and go and record a movie show, do we?
Yeah.
A little bit shorter this week, but that's fine.
Yeah.
We have no set rules on length.
No?
No.
Well, who would?
Who rules length? Who rules length? That's what I just said. And I'm sticking by it.
I mean, I'm trying to decide if that's profound or just absolute gibberish.
It's absolute gibberish.
Like, yeah. No,
any minute now I'm going to think of my favourite death scene and I'm just going to be like, damn it! Yeah, no, that's going to happen.
Go with, we'll go with the profoundness.
Yeah, okay.
What about, it's not really a death scene. Wait, no. When they find, is it Brooks?
In Shawshank
Redemption.
Yes, good shout.
When they just find him hanging, that's quite affecting. That
whole sequence from the minute he gets out of prison to that sequence is heartbreaking.
I think I'm getting the names right. It's been a long time since I've seen it. Is it when Joe Coffey
in Green Mile? Yeah.
That's
yeah, that's tragic.
Yeah. I don't know if I've gone a Stephen King rant. But
because you're in this house and he just possesses everything in this house.
Yeah. There's a couple
of big deaths in the Green Mile.
Oh, the one that goes wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's horrific.
That is horrific.
Yeah.
I could think about these all night. You've got me on a Stephen King tangent. Anyway, we should get out of it. We're going to go and record an episode where we're going to talk about Norwegian horror movie Cadaver.
We sure are.
And we're going to have a lot of fun whilst we do it.
I think so.
And I genuinely have no idea what you made of this movie, so I'm intrigued to find out. I'm looking forward to finding out.
Okay, good. Me too.
So let's go and do that, and we'll be back on Thursday to talk about that.
Cheers!
Bye!